All right, everybody, this is a 2010 Toyota Yaris sedan. I'm gonna change the headlight bulbs to 9003 bulbs. These ones are high beam, low beam together in one bulb. It has like a functionality. So if you are like me and you wanna save a buck and not go to the dealer, if you tried to look at this and you've looked up a bunch of YouTube videos and you see how frustrating it is to remove the whole entire front bumper, how many screws there are. There's 6 across the front, 8 across the bottom, and 2 hidden ones up under the wheel well area. You would probably naturally be like me and be like, there has to be another way. I found an old YouTube video on removing 9003 bulbs from a Mazda 6, I believe, and it worked like a charm. Only thing that you're gonna really need is either a flathead screwdriver, or this one is like the little push-in peg popper tool that they use to take out the little pegs that normally go here. I started taking out the pegs, and then I started pulling off the bumper and understanding that there has to be an easier way. So I did it on the driver's side already to test it out, and it's unbelievably easy. And so here it goes. Basically, sorry it's at night, but pretty much you have your connection that you'll see here on the driver's side. For US cars, that's on the driver's side, right in front of the fuse box, right here. And so basically this literally unplugs. It's like a 3-prong plug, and this is what it will look like behind that. You have a little light bulb and a little rubber surrounding on it, which is incredibly, if you've changed like the 9005 and 9006 and some of the H bulbs, you'll see that their bulbs are so much easier, and this one looks very confusing. If you feel around in there on the rubber seal, on the right side of the seal, which is right here, you're gonna feel like a little metal tab that if you push it, it feels like it loosens the bulb a little bit, and that's because it is underneath this rubber housing. And so if you try to take the bulb out, there's absolutely no way to take it out that way, because the rubber housing is basically guarding the bulb or holding it in place and all that. So what you do is you're going to take one of these little bumper clip poppers or flathead screwdriver, and you're going to take it and put it here and kind of force this little rubber piece to separate. And don't dig it in too deep, because this rubber is obviously protecting the light bulb. But here's what it does. So it comes off like this slightly, and you can use your hand from here on out. It comes off like this, and you are gonna basically unpeel it from this housing all around. Unpeel it, and it comes off. Looks like this. Looks like this here, if you can see it. Sorry, I'm holding a flashlight because it's better than the phone light, but I know it's very bright. Put that somewhere, don't lose it. And let's take a look at what we're looking at here. So now you'll see what the bulb looks like. That metal clamp that you're feeling underneath the rubber is a little piece that holds the light bulb in place. It's like a lock for it, in other words. And so what I'm gonna do is that little tab that you see on it would be the right. If you're sitting in the driver's seat, it'll be to the right. That little tab is actually gonna be able to flip up and unlock the light bulb from where it's at. So if you take your hand and you just you gotta push it in and then over and up, and it unlocks. And you're gonna swing that around, and be careful because the bulb kind of falls out. The prong order is there should be a prong on top and a prong on the left and right. Otherwise it won't sit in the housing gate properly. So I'm just gonna fix that real quick. I'll be right back. And so to lock it back in place, like once you take out the bulb and put in the new one, you'll do the exact same thing. So you'll sit that little piece down and you'll move it over and under the little hook, and it clips on there. And so you're gonna then go back and grab your that rubber piece that came out of there. And the way that it works, this little rubber surround has these little top and bottom tabs sticking up. Those are just grip tabs, more than likely, to help pull it off if you took out the whole headlight housing, but we're doing this again without taking out all of these screws. So as you can see, I haven't actually disassembled the headlight like everyone else's instructions show you. If you have really big hands, you might want to lift up the fuse box and move it. Some people are saying unplug the battery. Of course, safety first. I didn't do that because I don't feel like any metal's really going to come in contact over there, to be honest, because I'm being careful. But if you're new to this, or if you have two people, that'd be the best, but you could always unplug the battery. So I'm going to put the rubber piece back on. So same way, so I have this thing top and bottom. I'm just going to reach my hand in there, and it's going to fit around the housing, and the prongs of the bulb will stick out. You'll be able to push this into place, and it should like kind of click down. It has like a little rubber lip on it. And so we'll look at it again. This is what it looks like. The prongs are now in the right position. So with this little wiring harness, and these are just sylvania, however you pronounce it, silverstar ultra bulbs. They're not anything special, nothing, high end or whatever, just the run of the mill bulbs, $51.99 or so at either AutoZone or O'Reilly, whatever your local auto parts place is. That's about how much they run you. And you just plug it back in, and it plugged. And I'll go in here and turn on my lights. And as you can see, this is just the regular headlight function. The other one is still out because both of them went out right next to each other, a few days apart. Both of them went out. So this is one, and it's the same one bulb. I'm just gonna click my high beam forward. As you can see, click it forward, and it's now on high beam. I didn't try to aim the bulbs or do anything like that, but that's pretty much what you do. If you want to aim yours, you can aim it and get a better positioning on your lights. But that is how you do it, friends. You don't need to take off your whole entire bumper. Please don't waste your time doing that, unless, again, you have really big hands and you just can't fit in there. But that's how you do it. Be careful with this rubber seal. You don't want water to get inside the bulbs. So when you're removing it with a bumper, those bumper removers or a flathead screwdriver, do not puncture the rubber. You're just gonna gently get it to wiggle out of place. So that's it. Hopefully you like the video. Hopefully it helps you out. It really helped me to figure this part out and to do a little bit more research than just searching for headlight. Most people are changing the whole entire headlight, not just the bulb, because of course it's easier to them than, if you're going to take off the whole bumper, you might as well replace the whole bulb and get something nice. The whole headlight assembly and get something nice, but this is just for the bulb. So hopefully you guys will be helped. All right, peace.